Hi everyone, this is Grace with #MakeBullheadBetter, and this morning I'm interviewing Barbie Barrett, who's the new Fire Marshal for the Bullhead City Fire Department, and also Lori Viles, who is the Public Information Officer for the Fire Department. And we are going to talk about a lot of different things, but I want to let you know that this is going to be a monthly update. I'll get to meet with them. They'll tell us what's happening in the last couple weeks and what's going to happen in the next couple weeks, so we can get a really great update about what's going on in our town. The fire department and EMT are both connected, and so they play a vital role in our community. So let's get started with this interview.
Good morning. I'm Barbie Barrett, and I am the Fire Marshal for the Bullhead City Fire Department.
I'd like to hop in here and say thank you to the sponsor of this interview. Getting your hair done during this past year with COVID is difficult, but Carly Blackie offers amazing hair services, and she only serves one customer at a time. So if you need your hair done or colored, please text her at 928-444-9440. You won't be disappointed.
I'm very excited to be in this role officially. I've been filling the position as an intern for the last year, so I'm excited to be in the position officially now, and I'm really excited to continue building on the relationships that we have within the community and making our town and our buildings safer for everyone.
Are you the first female in this position in the history of Bullhead City Fire?
As far as I know, yes.
That's so exciting. Could you touch on a little bit, what is the fire marshal's job actually?
So the Fire Marshal heads up the Community Risk Reduction Division, which is in charge of the code enforcement. So those are things like building inspections, new construction, fire sprinkler systems, anything to do with the fire code. And then we also handle all the public education. So we're in the schools, the events that we do, any kind of special education like car seats. We have a car seat program. We run a Knox box program for people that are homebound that have medical conditions and other things like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're so excited that you're in this position.
Sure, absolutely. So we thought it would be appropriate for us to talk about smoke alarms because we're starting out a new year and we want to make sure that everybody pays a little attention to them in their homes, changes the battery, tests them, and make sure that they have working smoke alarms, because it's one thing to have a smoke alarm in your home. If it's not working, it's not going to do its job. Therefore, we need to make sure that we're testing them and that they are properly working. I have a couple of them here that we wanted to kind of show you so that you could take your smoke alarm down, and on the back of it, you will find a date printed on here really small. I don't know if you can zoom in on that or not. But a smoke alarm is only good for 10 years. So this one is March 8th of 2004. So if you've got an alarm that looks like this in your home, it needs to be replaced. The whole unit needs to be replaced, not just the battery. The same goes for the hardwired alarms. If those are 10 years old, they need to be replaced as well. So, and they will be dated. A lot of times we'll go into homes and citizens will think, well, I have a hardwired alarm, so it's fine forever, but it does need to be replaced every 10 years. We have some standalone alarms. We go out into the community. We have a smoke alarm program, and this one has a sealed lithium battery in here now. So these are great because you never have to change the battery. All you have to do is make sure that you are testing it. It has a test button on it, and all you do is push it to test it. Because like everything, sometimes they do fail. They may not last 10 years. So we always want you to make sure that you're still testing your alarms.
Is that something that the fire department provides, or is that something that homeowners need to buy for themselves?
We do have a program, a smoke alarm program, that we can provide, the standalone alarms. We do have a couple of qualifications, so you would need to give us a call and we'll see if you meet those qualifications. And then we have our CERT team, which is our community emergency response team. They'll go out and they help us install these into homes as well. If you are unable to get up a ladder and you need some assistance, of course we don't want you doing that, so we'll come out and help you with that too.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. So smoke alarms are pretty important. In the last couple days, we've seen that there have been some fires. Could you explain how to prevent that fire that happened.
It's very important if you have a wood burning fireplace that you are having your chimney serviced, inspected, and cleaned annually. I can probably guarantee that that is not happening.
I didn't even know who you would find to do that.
Well, we actually did a little searching, and we found a company that will come out to the Bullhead City area. They will service and clean, and they can do minor repairs. So we just need to give them a call and get that scheduled. But it's a good thing to do before you start using your fireplace every year. The creosote, when you burn wood, builds up in the chimney, and it's very flammable. It burns nice and hot. If anyone saw the pictures, the chimney looked like it was at a gas plant.
And Lori, could you talk about space heaters and how that might be a problem, as well as people that are, maybe in trailers or don't, it doesn't get super cold here. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. We actually brought one in because we wanted to kind of just give you an example here. So here's a little space heater, great for our cold mornings. But we do need to make sure that we're using these properly and safely. We want to remind you that if you are going to use a unit like this, plug it directly into the outlet. Don't plug them into the extension cords, especially if you have maybe a power strip with a lot of things plugged in, because they can be overloaded and you can have an electrical fire. So it's best practice just to plug this right into your outlet. And then you also want to make sure that you're giving this some space. So when you plug it in, wherever you're going to place it, you want to make sure that you have 3 feet all the way around the unit. And obviously not have anything combustible nearby. And then have it on a solid surface too, because we don't want them tipping over and causing, a fire to begin. So
you only want to plug one heater into one outlet. So even though outlets have 2 receptacles, you don't want to plug 2 heaters into the same outlet.
Have you been reluctant to get your hair done because you don't want to be in a salon with a bunch of other people? Blondie's offers one-on-one appointments only. Call or text today. So let's talk about school and COVID and all of that. Normally, your department does an amazing job of going to schools and educating children. Now, we have lots of children, young children, that maybe haven't received that education, that are more likely to be home alone now than they would have ever been in the past. And, fire is enticing, and playing with fire is enticing. So how is the fire station? Have you gotten more calls with those? And then how do you feel about educating these students even from this difficult time of being in the middle of COVID?
We haven't really seen a rise in structure fires per se with youth fire setters, but we did see a rise in brush fires this summer and spring and fall. So, and that could definitely be linked to that. We have been trying to partner with the schools when they were delivering the lunches, because we were trying to figure out a way to reach these families and these households when we can't go into the schools and we can't go into the households. So we were trying to send home safety messages into the lunches. So we thought that was one way that we could reach out and, reach those families by providing safety messages in the lunches that the schools were providing.
Nice. Great. Is there anything else you'd like to share about the fire department? Anything you have coming up?
Just please go and like our Facebook page. We are sharing tons of information on our Facebook page daily. Mm-hmm. We're updating new information, and also look for our hot topic sessions with investigator John Jones. We're trying to put those out every couple of weeks. We just cover different safety issues.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, thank
definitely.
you so much. Thank you both for doing such a good job, for being women in leadership in our community, and for making Bullhead better by making it safer. Thank you for watching this interview. If you're interested in sponsoring a Make Bullhead Better interview, please call or text me at 928-444-2896. When we all do a little together, it makes a huge difference.